Hello, welcome to my living room. I don't know, that just is funny to me. So it's good to get together and do some yoga. I'm glad you've joined me. Let's gather props. I have 2 blocks. You could use a book, or you could also skip any props that I suggest. So a folded blanket is another option. I won't call for any specific pose that needs a blanket today, but if you'd like to just grab one, maybe cover up for Savasana or whatever you might need a blanket for. And then I have 2 little pillows as well, and those are also optional. So I don't have a class that is really prop heavy today. I would like to explore some twisting, and I would also like to set our intention today as just being discovery. So thinking of yoga being this vehicle of discovery. Good. So let's go ahead and begin. Find a comfortable seat. So I'm sitting on a block and my heels are in front of each other. But your seat might also look like a cross-legged seat, or maybe the legs are out in front or out wide. So really whatever works best for you, what works for your body today. So wherever you are, begin to plant your hands on your thighs, close your eyes. Lengthen up through your spine, press down through your sits bones. Gently draw your navel in. Settle into the rhythm of your breath. Coming back to this idea of yoga being a vehicle for discovery, or a practice of discovery. Rediscovering each breath as it comes in and as it leaves. How each experience might be different. And all together, let's find an exhale. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue breathing in and out at your own slow and regulated pace. When you're ready, bring your hands to heart center. Feel your hands touching, sensations of warmth. And we'll begin our practice with one single sound of Om. All together, let's find an exhale. Inhale for Om. Move the hands together. Generate some heat. Keep it going. Good. Bring the hands behind the neck and massage the back of your neck. Good. Get into the tops of your shoulders and massage the tops of your shoulders, the big tension holders. And then walk up to the earlobes and massage the earlobes. And the back of the ear, so the crease of your ear. Good. Release your arms down, palms face forward, fingertips touch the floor. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, arms float down. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, arms float down. Inhale, arms sweep up. Interlace your fingers, spin your palms up towards the sky. Pressing through your fingers and your wrists. Lengthen through your side bodies. Press down through your sits bones. Draw the navel in. And then sway side to side, stretching out the side bodies. Good. Come back to center and float your arms all the way back down. Good. Let's take this prop off to the side if you're using a block, and all together we'll find a tabletop. So come to hands and knees. Wrists right underneath your shoulders. Hands fan wide. Press your palms firmly into the mat. Knees right underneath your hips. Then drop your belly down. Heart shines forward. Gaze forward or upward. Take an inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the chin. Inhale, up for cow. Exhale, round for cat. Inhale, up for cow. Exhale, round for cat. Move back and forth here at your own pace. Find one more final exhale, rounded cat spine. And come back into a neutral tabletop. Bring your two big toes together, knees out wide. Shift your hips back. Reach your arms forward. Find a child's pose. And you can either stay here in child's pose, or if you'd like to come into a downward dog, if it's part of your practice, let's explore down dog here. So tucking the toes under, lifting your hips up and back. Hands fan wide, lift your tailbone up towards the back corner of the room. Chin slightly tucks, crown of the head drops down. And if you like, you could pedal the feet out side to side here, walking your dog. Gaze forward, step or walk your way to the front of the mat and find a forward fold. Good. So you're reaching out towards the floor, but if you can't touch the floor, you can bring the floor to you by adding some of those blocks or pillows underneath your hands. And if you don't have props, perhaps you bend the knees
And let the hands reach towards the floor. So relax the neck here, chin tucks, crown of the head drops down. Breathe into the backs of your legs, waking up the backs of the legs. Inhale, arms sweep out, up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, extend the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep out, up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or blocks. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach out, up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into our balance pose, we'll explore tree, which we often explore in this class. So if you're familiar with what works for you, you might either walk to a wall or step to the front of your mat and bring your two big toes together. So if you think your balance is not is going to be challenging for a standing balance pose, just walk over to a wall and use the wall as a prop. Good. Wherever you are, bring your two big toes together, hands to heart center. Gaze down and find something to stare at. Maybe a crack on the floor, or I have some bamboo flooring down, so I'm gazing at a grain of wood. And then just lock it in. So that's going to help you keep your balance. Bend your right knee. Turn the right knee out to the side and either choose to stay at the ankle, the inner shin, or the inner thigh. Inhale, arms lift up. Separate your hands. Perhaps bring your thumb and pointer finger together. Seal of wisdom. And bring your hands back to heart center. Two big toes together. Switch sides. Bend your left knee. Turn it out to the side, either staying at the ankle, the inner shin, or the inner thigh. Inhale, arms lift up. Separate your hands and bring your thumb and pointer fingers together. And then bring your hands back to heart center. Two big toes touch. Good, let's make our way down for our first yin pose. And today we'll start out with a cobra, or with sphinx pose, with sphinx. So you might come all the way down to the floor. You might have one block out in front. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Legs stretch back. Reach the heart forward. So this pose is designed to give you a compression on this low lumbar, the low back. If you're feeling like this is too much compression, you can bring the elbows more forward. Okay, so as we stay here, let's get some neck stretching in. Gaze over to the right, like you're checking your blind spot in the car. Take a breath. Back to center. Inhale, gaze over to the left. Inhale to center. Drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Pause here. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Pause here. And bring your head back up. and drop the head down, stretching out the back of the neck. You could use a block here, maybe resting the forehead on a block. So this is a good place to come back to your intention of discovery. And it could be self-discovery or something that you're discovering within this moment, such as the way the air touches your skin, or perhaps the way the breath is moving, or sensations you're being called to. Find one more breath here. And if you were using a prop, you could take it off to the side. And all together, we'll just lower down, widen the elbows out, and maybe rest the forehead on the two backs of your hands. Good. Let's take some rebounding movements. So you could move into a child's pose, or maybe take a few cat-cows. Maybe even a down dog. Good. So our next pose will be the dragon pose. And I like to have some blocks out in front for dragon, but it's not necessary. Also, you'll have some pressure on your knee, your left knee first, and you can either place a blanket underneath your knee, or you could fold your your mat up one time and create a little extra padding for your knees. Good. So come into this modified tabletop. Draw your right foot forward. Stretch long, heart shines forward. You might close your eyes here. Good, stay here. Or if you'd like to move into something that involves some balance within the pose, you could bring your hands to heart center. Good, and today I'd like to explore some twisting options. So let's take the arms out wide, really reaching out, open heart, and then twist to your right side. Good, come back to center and twist to the left. One more time, twist to the right. Back to center and twist to the left. Good, let's come back to center, bring our hands back down. Continuing to explore the dragon pose, you may drop your head. Exhale. Begin to rebound. So you might just shift the hips back and start to straighten your right leg. Inhale, hips shift forward, heart shines forward. Exhale, hips shift back. And you can move back and forth here a few more times. As you come forward next, another twisting exploration could be to ground your left hand and reach the right arm up. Maybe opening up a little wider than a stacked shoulder. So maybe the heart starts to shine up. Good. When you're ready, move into perhaps a child's pose or a down dog. A little bit of some rebound movement. It's also very reasonable to sit with the eyes closed and just feel the after effects of the long held pose. When you're ready, bring your hands to the front of the mat and we'll set up for the other side of dragon. Good, so your left leg steps forward. Shift the hips forward. Heart leads. Soften into your shape. If you'd like to come into the balanced version of this pose, bring your hands to heart center. Lift up. Good. So you can always stay in the first version of dragon as well. And let's open our arms out wide. Heart shines forward. Reach out like you're about to give someone a big hug. Take a big breath in. Exhale, twist over to the left.
So trying to keep the arms in a straight line. Maybe taking your gaze to the horizon on the left side. Inhale back to center, over to the right. Inhale back to center, over to the left. Inhale back to center, over to the right. Good. Bring your arms back down. Find dragon. Perhaps dropping the head down. And when you're ready, shift your hips back, fold over an extended left leg. Find a nice out breath. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, come forward. Pause here. Right hand grounds to your block or the floor. Left arm lifts up. Find a twist. And then release your left hand back down. And take a few more rebounding movements. I might spend some time in child's pose here. And wherever you are, let's go ahead and make our way to dragonfly pose. So if you have that fold in your mat, you can unfold and widen out your mat. Grab some props for this next one. Let's see, I will have both my blocks and my pillows around for this dragonfly pose. Widen the legs out. Perhaps build a structure. This is where if you had a bolster, that might be a nice addition to have a bolster in front of you or tucked up on its side to lean on. Good. So wherever you are, begin to move forward in your own unique way. So I'm trying to press the sits bones back and the hip crest, the top parts of the hips forward. So I have like this flat low back, this flat shelf of the pelvis. It's at a diagonal. Good. So I'm leading with the heart, softening into this new shape. And then just go where the pose takes you. Try to find some place that you call your edge. Come back to your intention of discovery. Maybe the breath is helping you discover these spaces in your body. Maybe you could think of the breath in as an explorer seeking new terrain and new territory. breath out, that explorer is coming back to tell you about it. Tell you what it's found. Find one more exhale here. As you inhale, slowly press your way back up to seated. We're going to pause here. Take your right hand over to your left thigh. Left hand reaches behind your back and twist over, gazing over that left shoulder. Good. Switch sides. Left hand over to your right thigh. Right hand behind your back. Gaze towards the back of the room, gazing over your shoulder. And again, let's twist to the other side. So right hand to your left thigh. This time reach that left arm back. Good. Let's take it to the other side. And reach the right arm back. Good. Let's release. Take some rebounding movements. It might feel nice to draw the knees in, widen the feet out, and shift the knees side to side, windshield wipering the knees. You might even come down onto forearms, lifting the knees up and swaying side to side. Good. Release your feet down. Lift all the way back up. So we will take reclining bound angle or reclining butterfly pose as our final pose. This will be final Savasana today. So if you know you would prefer to do legs up the wall or a regular Savasana, you're welcome to do so. Grab any extra clothing that you might want. Maybe a blanket. Begin to lie back. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Arms could be out wide.
Or one hand could rest on your belly and the other on the low ribs. Soften through the soles of your feet. Relax the ankles. Relax the backs of your thighs. Soften the hips. Let your belly freely rise and fall. Soften the throat. Relax the shoulders. Relax the cheeks. Let the tongue drop down from the roof of your mouth, softening through your forehead. Relax the skin across your entire body. And you're ready. Begin to take a few breaths back in, maybe deepening the breath. Notice your shape. Notice elements of warmth, coolness, the air around you. Release to the floor. When you're ready, start to bring some movement in. You might stretch the legs long. You might reach the arms overhead. Begin to hug the knees in. Reach your right arm by your right ear and roll onto your right side. Pausing here, using this as a moment of transition. When you're ready,
Slowly press your way back up to seated. Find a comfortable cross-legged seat, maybe using a block, blanket, or pillow underneath the hips. Plant your hands down on your thighs, lengthen through the spine. Soften through the face, eyes can be closed. Take 3 breaths here with nothing to do and nowhere to go, allowing yourself the freedom of being present. When you're ready, bring your hands to heart center. We'll close today's practice with 3 ohms. You're welcome to join. You're welcome to listen. All together we'll find an exhale. Inhale for Om. Place one hand on your heart and the other hand on top. Continue to close your eyes. Feel the warmth of your hands. Perhaps feel your heart beating. Allow yourself to feel gratitude for bringing your presence to your own practice and continuing to explore and discover. From my heart to yours, namaste.